There is a massive spike in tension along the AFPAC border or the Afghanistan-Pakistan border. This after Pakistan claims that Afghan border forces, they opened fire and killed at least 6 Pakistani citizens and at least 17 have been injured. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has reacted. Their ministers are reacting and they're extremely unhappy with the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. And this wasn't restricted just to small arms firing at the border. This escalated, and according to the Pakistanis, artillery rounds were fired by the Afghan forces. And this hasn't happened for the first time. Tension has been high. You'd recall some time back, there was an incident where a Taliban member, he walked into one of the Pakistani border posts and opened fire, killing one Pakistan army soldier and injuring another. Tension has been high. In fact, the Taliban, with impunity, they walked up to the fencing that Pakistan army did at the Durand line and they removed the barbed wire. The Pakistan army meekly watched. In some instances, it retreated. Of course, for the record, Pakistani army is claiming that they responded, but it was a measured response directed at the Afghan security forces. They claim they took pains to ensure that no civilians were killed. But just imagine the situation, because now in Pakistan, analysts are saying that the real line of control is not the India-Pakistan LOC, but the AFPAC border. That's the real LOC. Tension is high because the Pashtuns, those in Afghanistan and those in Pakistan, they say the Durand line is not real. It's been created by the British. Why should we follow it? We will not follow it. The Pakistanis are trying to enforce the Durand line, and this is where they're in conflict with the Taliban. They nurtured, they trained, armed, funded and launched the Taliban, quite like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. But the Taliban, especially the TTP, the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, have turned against them, and the Haqqani network, once again nurtured by Pakistan's ISI, they are with the TTP and not with the Pakistan army or government. In fact, ministers like Hina Rabbani Khar, they traveled to Afghanistan, but they haven't been able to find a solution to this problem, at least just not as yet. But then the Pashtuns say blood is thicker than whatever relationship that the Pakistan ISI may want to enforce, and that clearly is not happening. The Pakistan army is on the back foot along the AFPAC border, and the situation is only likely to worsen. That's one more reason why Pakistan is desperate for peace along the line of control, to ensure its forces can concentrate on the AFPAC border. The situation is worsening. There is a spike in tension even within Pakistan, and the situation is so bad that the Chinese want bulletproof vehicles for their security forces, their engineers and others who are working in Pakistan on various projects. And the CPEC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, we'll talk about it in greater detail in another broadcast, but the lesser said, the better. It's in deep trouble.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.